और रणवीर भाई कैसे हो?
हाय विवेक भाई, कैसे हो? ओह ये सब बढ़िया ब्रो। भाई ये अपनी वीडियो आने वाली थी ना आज 7 बजे।
हाँ यार, डिले चल रही है। वही कम्युनिटी पोस्ट ही डाल रहा था कि लेट हो जाएगी।
ऑल गुड। क्या हुआ?
अरे कुछ नहीं यार, सुबह से लेके बैठा हूँ, बस डिले करता रहा पूरे दिन।
वैसे भाई इस वीडियो का टॉपिक क्या है?
भाई वीडियो प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन पे है। मतलब बंदा एक बार वीडियो देख ले तो प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन बिल्कुल खत्म और सीधा जाके गोल अचीव करेगा।
भाई ये वीडियो आपने देखी है ना?
Baby, calm down, calm down. Yo, this your body, it puts in my heart for lockdown.
In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 insights from the Bhagavad Gita that will help you get out of the loop of procrastination and achieve your goal faster. So without any further delay, let's get started. Hello friends, welcome to FitTuber. Srimad Bhagavad Gita is not a religious text as many believe. In fact, it is the book of answers. Let us grab some pearls out of this masterpiece and begin with point number 3, why. How often do we start a thing but leave it unfinished? A student decides to read the whole book but loses interest in between. A person starts his weight loss journey but loses motivation in no time. Bhagavad Gita says that whenever this happens, it is because a reason as to why we want to do a certain thing is not crystal clear. Arjuna had come well prepared on the battlefield but lost interest in fighting. It was at that moment Lord Krishna addressed his why. Let's understand this with an example of a boy who understands the benefits of waking up early in the morning, but still when the alarm buzzes in the morning, he turns it off and sleeps. Why? Because his why he should wake up is not strong enough. Although if he has to catch a train early in the morning, he will wake up easily. Why? Because this time his why is very strong. So to achieve a goal, the foremost step is to ask yourself, why do you want to achieve that goal? What's the big deal in not doing it? Know that the clearer your why is, the stronger your determination will be. Think of any successful person. Their journey was no walk in the park. Instead, it was their why that made them persevere. Number 2, create. At times, we seem to understand how important it is for us to do a task, but still we tend to procrastinate or feel lazy. How often do we tend to delay making that report until the last minute, or delaying that internet bill till the last day? Why does this happen? Srimad Bhagavad Gita in chapter 18 verse 28 confirms that whenever we tend to procrastinate, know that our mind is in the mode of ignorance. In such a mode, the mind is governed by its basic instincts, which makes us unhappy and regretful later in life. Basically, to feel lazy is a weakness of the mind. But how do we overcome it? Even Arjuna in chapter 6 complains that controlling the mind is more difficult than controlling the wind. But in the very next verse, Lord Krishna gives a solution. The mind can be controlled by practice and detachment. Detachment from what? Sensory pleasures. Think of a cricketer who is training 18 hours a day, 7 days a week just to make his country proud. Do they not feel like going out to movies or having their favorite foods? Of course they do, but it is their control over the mind and senses that have made them what they are today. The first step to controlling the mind and sensory pleasures is to set the right environment. Let's say there are 2 employees in a company who set the same goal to switch to a better company. The first guy prepares for the interview but has too many distractions around. Sometimes he would compromise his preparation for watching TV. Sometimes he would squander time playing games. Other times his friends would come and engage him. On the other hand, the second guy understands that his environment needs to change if he is really serious about cracking the interview. So he gets rid of his cable connection, associates himself more with people having similar goals, enrolls in a relevant course. Now who do you think is more likely to succeed? Quite obvious. So if you truly want to accomplish something in life, you have to create the right environment for it. Number 1, believe. There will be times when you will be constantly working towards your aim but still not able to find success. Often doubt arises. Am I good enough? Have I chosen the right path? Even the people around you might say, this is not for you. You should do something else. These are the toughest times, but Lord Krishna in chapter 4 warns that one who has a doubting mind is bound to be destroyed. Let's take the example of two budding public speakers. While delivering their first speech, in nervousness, both get blank on the stage. While the first speaker is embarrassed by the situation and quits public speaking completely. The other speaker no doubt feels bad, but instead he tries to analyze why he faltered. He buckles up and works on his weaknesses for the next speech and delivers it much better this time. Why? Because unlike the first speaker who doubted himself at the onset of an obstacle, he believed in himself and inched closer to his goal. Further in chapter 2, Lord Krishna advises that one should not ponder too much about the goal but should remain focused on the actions alone. Now you may wonder how to work without keeping an eye on goal. Take the example of two students who aim to become IAS officers. Student A studies but also ponders about becoming an IAS officer. Oh, how good that life will be. I will get a VIP car. But what will people say if I don't succeed? What will I do if this doesn't work out? Student B, on the other hand, does not waste time thinking about how his future life will be. Instead, he is steadfastly focused on his present action, which is to study. Who has a better chance of becoming an IAS officer? Clearly student B, because he is not pondering too much about the results. He is making the best of what is under his control, the present. This is real Karam Yoga, and Srimad Bhagavad Gita considers it the most critical factor in deciding one's success. To sum up, contemplate why you want to achieve a particular goal. What's the big deal in not doing it? Once your reason is crystal clear, you will become your own motivation. In those times when we procrastinate or delay a task that is important to us, know that our mind is in the state of ignorance. To overcome the mind's this weakness, get detached from the sensory pleasures. Create the right environment to make things easier. At times when you are constantly working towards your goal and still not finding success, don't doubt yourself. Instead, believe in your dreams and work continuously without pondering or attaching yourself to the results. The enormity of Bhagavad Gita is such that once you begin reading it, it will serve as your most valuable teacher on this road to success. If this video actually helped you and you would like to see more on Bhagavad Gita, do give this video a big thumbs up. Mosquito-induced diseases can definitely slow your progress towards the goal. Get your hands on Mamaearth's Mosquito Repellent Spray. But what's special about this one? Well, turn the pack and you will find that it has no transflurthin, no BHT, no DEET, which are common in most commercial mosquito repellent products. With the goodness of natural essential oils like citronella, peppermint and lemongrass oil, with a base of soy and castor oil, it helps protect you from mosquitoes and insects. To use it, spray onto your hands and then rub it onto the affected area. It can be used on infants as well. To buy Mamaearth's natural mosquito repellent spray, click on the link in the description box. Do not forget to apply the special discount coupon to get 21% off on your order. If overthinking is your problem, I highly recommend that you check out this video. My name is Vivek. I thank you so much for watching.